Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, it seems like there are some grave statements made by very important or popular leaders nowadays, and I think that these statements, um, if they're not, you know, proven to be true, they're very irresponsible. And I'm talking about Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, making some incendiary comments regarding nuclear war. And I will use an article from the Republic World that came on April 16th, 2022. And it says here that Zelensky asks world to prepare for possibility of Russian nuke attack. So the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on April 15th, Friday, warned all countries of the world to prepare for the possible use of tactical nuclear weapons in course of the ongoing Russian-Ukraine war. Speaking to American broadcaster CNN's Jack, Jake Tapper, or tapeworm, as some will say, in the English language, the Ukrainian president said that Moscow could easily use either nuclear or chemical weapons, as Putin does not value the lives of Ukrainian citizens. He then cautioned, we should think, not be afraid, be ready. But this is not a question only for the Ukrainian, but for uh, all the world, I think so. Zelensky further added, the Russians, could do it. For them, the life of people means nothing. Not only me, I think all the world, all the countries have to be worried because it can be not real information, but it can be truth, Zelensky said in a televised interview. Well, uh, he makes some statements that the Russians don't care about, then Putin doesn't care about Ukrainian people and so on. What do you want? That's his assessment or his speech. I don't think that is necessarily accurate, but he knows best, right? So Zelensky knows best, must be true. Now, regarding the other statements, the more important statement regarding the possible use of nuclear weapons by Russia, and we should prepare. How? Zelensky doing what? Like the the American citizens, the children in schools were taught in the 50s to hide underneath their desks if an atomic bomb explodes in the United States. uh, some of those drills were made in the United States in the 50s, and I don't know if still in the 60s, but I know maybe 60s too, in case the Soviets gonna drop some atomic bombs. Now, the obviously the people who requested that to occur in schools or at homes to hide under a table, they were aware, very well aware of the power and destruction power of an atomic bomb. So I'm pretty sure you are aware too, and you could, and I'm sure you might have watched on YouTube some videos with experiments of atomic bombs, and you tell me if hiding under a table will get you prepared. So I don't know if Zelensky what exactly he means by that. Buying provisions, um, living in a basement, quitting your job, going and spending your money at the casino and with prostitutes and drink your life scent. Oh, I don't know exactly what Zelensky, but get prepared. How can you get prepared? Do you mean the guys who have some bunkers, like the millionaires who have their, shelters, or the 99.9999% of the population? How are we getting ready? Prepared. Kiss your kids goodbye and your family and say I love you and see you maybe on the other side. Oh my, clown. But nevertheless, and he is taken seriously by Jake Tapper from CNN. What do you expect? The most trusted name in the news, CNN. Maybe it is. I don't know. So I don't think it's there was I mean, this is an extreme statement. And again, even if that would be true, what can you do? And then besides, as a friend of mine suggested to me, he said, well, did it occur to you that these decisions that these guys are making or taking that could affect us with and get to that point that Zelensky mentioned, these decisions were made without asking us we the population, if we want to get that point. Like, let's saying it's a possibility for an atomic war if we pursue this path of arming Ukraine and maybe doing some other hanky-panky over there in the Russians, and some accidents happen. We're getting closer. Were you asked about this, or you just trust your leaders? Let's put them your how do you call that? Public servants. Are they going to serve you, or are you going to serve them? Because it seems like they make decisions in your name, in our names, and they're very serious names. For instance, I don't want to get that point. So how can I speak with Biden regarding that, because he knows best? Can I do that? Maybe I don't want to get that point. Maybe for instance, I don't want to pay more at the gas pump. If you want, you can pay my share too, okay? But leave me alone, leave me out of this. There are important things that we are not asked. They just make the decisions for us, our public servants, our representatives. Now remember, I know that there are some senators, and one of them is that Senator Lindsey Graham, and they're visiting China, and they anger China. They just made some drills over there, military drills, and made some very serious statements. The Chinese government, they're poking the dragon, and they will get whipped with a tail. I'm pretty sure that will happen. But nevertheless, was I asked about that? Were you asked about that, or just trust them? Not the senators, talking about the people above them. How is that possible? These guys are pushing it, and accidents easily can happen. Like, for instance, Germany approved another billion euros in military aid and other kind of aid to Ukraine. Did the German people want that aid, that billion, to go over there, or they want to use it for their children in schools, or for their, I don't know, people with medical problems? Which one is it more? Which one is more important? Those or this? Were they asked? No, they were not. What if, let's say, you transport from Poland, you want to transport some American military, I don't know, whatever you transport from Poland, and is driven with American trucks by American citizens, and the Russians are just going to send a few rockets and kill a few Americans. What are you going to do? Are you going to get in a war with Russia? Are you? And if yes, you go. Why should the government get me involved, or my children, in this, because of the creation that they could have been prevented? And not only prevented, but I disagree with that. You take your kid. I don't want to send my kid. No, I disagree with your decision from the very beginning. So you see, those guys make decisions however they want, but they affect me and my children and my life, right? And they're, no, because they're 90. They're about to kick the bucket, but they still tell us what to do, and they're going to fight this and fight that, and they're barely alive out there or up there. Barely alive. They, anyway, prop them up. So who knows? It's just a fact that we're gonna be we the people could be pushed in something final by this representatives, by these uh, public servants, our public servants. You want to pay for that? You have your bunker ready? You have the atomic shelter stocked and ready to go? I don't. Do you? I don't think so. You wouldn't watch YouTube. But anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Something must happen there.